Alright, here we go. This time it is going to be for the farm run video. Let's see how many people. 31 comments. Last week's winner was Evie, and this week is Jazza. No way, he's a double winner. Hell yeah, that's actually sick. We'll get a hold of him, get him his money, and yeah. If you guys want a chance to win, be sure to leave your RuneScape username down below in the comments. Here is the clip for the Dragon Hunter crossbow winner. I did get pretty lucky on the drops that week. We ended up making like 14.2 mil or something like that. So we got Evie here. We're gonna hook her up with her money. And this week we're going to be doing Slayer monster rebuilds. I'm going to do the first little half with melee and then the other half with range. There we go though, 14.2 mil. It's like almost 2 bonds, we'll take it. This week's episode we are going to be doing Kurasks. I'm going to be using a pretty budget setup. Only really cost a couple mil, not even. Like the Fury's only like a mil and the Battle Axe was like 50k. I'm going to be using a Ring of Wealth to pick up the coin drops. We are going to be doing 10 hours here. And 5 hours we'll do melee. And then the other 5 hours we will do ranged. I'm pretty sure we'll make like pretty decent money. There may be like 500-600k an hour unless you get lucky on drops. But should be pretty chill. Pretty easy to do. You only need 70 Slayer for these guys as well. And then over the next few weeks, we'll just work our way up and start doing progressively harder Slayer monsters. So yeah, I will be back at the end of the first hour, and we'll see how much we made. 1 hour done, and they're actually super chill. The leaf-bladed battle axe puts in work on these guys. I did these so much on the free-to-play to max series that it's kind of nice to be back doing something nice and chill like this. But looks like we made 650k. I mean, the input cost was like a super combat and like 10 monkfish, so super cheap overall. And for the amount of effort, it's actually pretty decent. I can't complain really. But 9 hours to go. I'll keep checking back in every hour, and we'll just slowly build this tab up. 2 hours in already. And we did get lucky this hour. We got a Mystic Robe Top drop, which is only about 70k, but it definitely is going to increase how much we made this hour. We got 8 hours to go, and let's see here. 300k in cash even, that's just pretty decent. All these nice notable drops, and 800k this hour, that's actually pretty sick. A little more than I was expecting, so we'll take it. Definitely can't complain with that. 3 hours in now. This hour was actually pretty decent as well. Let's see how much it was. And 630k, so it looks like it's about 600k an hour. We're getting like 50k strength XP an hour too, so I mean it's not bad. Slowly chipping away at that 99. Definitely going to take a while, but we'll get there eventually. And 7 hours to go. Down to 6 hours now. I'm thinking this hour was a little bit lower than the other ones. We only got 111k in cash. Wasn't all that many alchable drops. Still pretty good though. I'm thinking maybe 500k. Let's check it out though. Definitely adds up over time for sure. Okay, so 535k, not the greatest, but still pretty decent for the amount of effort and how much it costs. It's super cheap to do this, and getting 70 Slayer is really not that difficult. So we got 6 hours to go. We're gonna do 1 more hour and then go get our range gear and try out some range. Coming in with the last hour of melee, we made 650k the first hour, then we made 800k. Then we made 530k and then like 600k. And now we have, let's see, another 700k. So that's about 3.3 mil off 5 hours of Kurasks with melee. I do have like almost max stats. I'm not using like max gear, but overall not too bad, not too bad. We are gonna head to the Grand Exchange. I think we're going to use Void because it's just so cheap. Some Amethyst Broad Bolts and start off the ranging grind. This is going to be the gear we use. We didn't even buy God D'hide boots or anything. We went like full cheap mode. The dragon, we're only using the dragon crossbow as well. I think it's about 2 mil right now. I think the one downfall about this is going to be the 1000 Amethyst Broad Bolts cost about 300k. So at the end of the 5 hours, we'll have to deduct that. Most of the other supplies are pretty minimal. Like ranging pots are like, you know, like 300 GP or something like that. They're super cheap. We're going to be using full Void though, and a Book of Law because we'll be safe spotting. And of course the Ring of Wealth, so we don't got to pick up coin drops. And I was just too cheap to buy an Archer's Ring. I also don't even have any of the imbued rings anymore. But we got 5 hours to go. And yeah, 3.3 mil with melee. Let's see how much we can make with range. I feel like I'll kill them quicker with range because they are weak to broad bolts, but we'll see how it goes. Always have to factor in the supply cost as well. And I think we'll be able to do more than just 1 hour. I mean, hopefully 4 ranging pots is enough. Maybe I'll have to bring more on the next one. But I will be back at the end of the first hour and see how much we made. Alright, so 1 hour of ranging done here. We have 4 hours left on the challenge. And it's actually like super comparable to melee, other than I get to just stand in one spot and not really worry about too much. We've also almost killed 1,000 of these things already, so they're pretty quick to kill. I think it was like 930 or something like that already. And we still have 4 hours to go, so I'm guessing we're going to get like about 1,500 altogether, somewhere around there. We got 15 seconds left here, and then we will get a price check. A nice little 270k in cash, though. Getting all the GP is kind of nice. Don't even have to worry about selling much. A lot of the money from this is just going to come from straight alchable drops. But let's see. We used about 200 broad bolts too, so I think we should have just enough to do the 5 hours. And okay, not bad. 670k on the first hour. That's overall pretty good, honestly. Really can't complain with that. I don't know why I thought I would make just a little bit more with range, but we'll test out a couple more hours and see what happens. 3 hours and 30 seconds. Nah. But we're nearing the end of this challenge. And I think this hour was a little bit less as well, so maybe it's not so much what combat style you're using, but just how good your RNG is. 275k, so yeah, only 550k that hour. It's a little bit low, but especially with using a couple hundred bolts. But still, we'll take it. I think we got enough food and ranging pots. We're going to stay here for another hour and just do a price check with all the stuff again. But 3 hours to go. We're almost there. Down to the last 2 hours. And we did get another Mystic Robe drop. So overall, this hour was pretty decent. We made 550k last hour, so this one was like 800k, if my math is right. I'm a little brain dead right now, but pretty happy with that. Really can't complain. We got 2 hours to go. I'm gonna go bank, get some more ranging pots, and then do the last 2 hours in one go. Then we'll head to the Grand Exchange, sell off the loot, and see how much we made. I don't know if I'm just like getting luckier with range or something, but I feel like the hourly loot has been a little bit more consistent. Another 725k and 1 hour to go. So pretty happy with that. It's I mean, not the best money maker in the world, but it's super easy. And again, you only need 70 Slayer and access to the Fremenic Slayer Cave, which is pretty easy. It's kind of a far run to get here, but overall I definitely think this is still a pretty decent moneymaker. I'm going to finish off the last hour and see how much we make. Unfortunately, We have 5 minutes left on this hour, and I only had like 5 broad bolts left. And I tried to squeeze it out and get the last 5 minutes in, but there just wasn't enough time. Could have been a couple more kills, but is what it is. I guess 1,000 amethyst broad bolts is enough for 4 hours and 55 minutes. So if you're ever gonna do this, make sure you get an extra like 50 broad bolts. But last hour was pretty decent. We're up to 1.28 mil from both hours, so I mean, still almost 600k for the second or last hour. Sorry. Overall, not too bad at all. I think it's time to head to the GE and sell this stuff off though, and see how much we made. Overall, it's looking like about 6.5 mil, maybe somewhere around there. We got 2.6 mil in cash, and yeah, we did 10 hours at Kurasks. We'll sell this stuff off pretty quick here because it's not all that much stuff. It's only a couple items. Ooh, 800k from that, another mil from that, couple torstal seeds, 1,000 white berries. Jeez. Okay, so 5.9 mil. And so yeah, we're looking at about 6.2 mil, somewhere in that ballpark. Almost 6.3. So I mean, if you factored in the 300k from the broad bolts, we made like 3 mil each. It was pretty similar with each method for sure. It was 3.3 mil with melee, and then we did make the same with range, but you know, it cost 300k in bolts. It's getting pretty good range experience though, like 50k just like strength. But yeah, overall pretty decent. Happy with how things turned out. We got 6.3 mil up for grabs. All you gotta do is like the video, be subscribed, and comment your RuneScape username down below. And next week we'll be doing wyverns. I'll do melee and range again. So I look forward to seeing you guys for that one. And until then, peace out.